Good day, I'm Tamara McHale and this is your GIS News for Thursday, August 18. Jamaica is moving apace with work to mitigate the threat of international banks cutting ties with the local ones in a de-risking move. Under the initiative, international banks will no longer process financial services for the clients of local banks out of fear of money laundering, fraud and terrorist financing. Calling the issue a clear and present danger, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says government has been working very hard to ensure that the de-risking does not destabilize the fiscal and economic growth security of the country. The Prime Minister has met with the central bank and other stakeholders to ensure that their legislative and regulatory framework complies with the international banking sector.
Once we have complied, I think that the overseas regulators should ensure that those who comply are rewarded, that we are taken off whatever watch list or whatever concerns there are, that we are allowed access and that we can, which we want to do, operate as legitimately respected banking institutions that comply with the international standards.
Prime Minister Holness says efforts are also being galvanized with CARICOM to lobby the U.S. government. He was speaking Wednesday at the Economic Growth Council's first quarterly press conference. Cocoa farmers are to benefit from an increase in the price of cocoa starting October this year. Minister of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries Carl Samuda says the price will be increased by $600 per box.
And next year, October, by another $400 a box, making it $1,000 a box more.
With the increase also comes immediate payment. Minister Samuda says the lengthy delay of payments by some buyers to the farmers will have to change.
They must be paid right away. You can't have farmers going out there slaving in the sun, not producing their things, selling them, and sit down for half a year before they get paid. That is over. And if I have to insist that the permanent secretary find the money to advance it to them, I want the farmers who are entitled to their money to get their money on a timely basis so that they can continue to improve their farm.
JP Tropical Foods Limited is supporting government's thrust to grow the agricultural sector by investing approximately $1.4 million over the next 2 years to upgrade its facilities. General Manager of JP Tropical Foods Commercial Division, Neil Crum-Ewing, says the upgrade will include expansion of the pineapple farm, the construction of a multi-purpose packing house, and expansion of JP's commercial operations.
The government has listed agriculture as one of the growth sectors for the economy. From JP's perspective, Jamaica producers, we also see it as a growth area, and we feel it important as one of the major producers of agricultural items in Jamaica to take ownership of how we allow our consumers to have better, healthier lifestyle choices and more choices.
Mr. Crum-Ewing was addressing a GIS think tank on August 10. Jamaicans are being urged to not ignore Zika complications as this may cause death. The warning comes from Chief Medical Officer Dr. Winston Delahaye.
If at all you've had Zika and think you've recovered, but in the days coming up after that you think you have some weakness, don't hesitate, you must see a physician because it could be Guillain-Barré.
Dr. Delahaye, who was speaking at a recent Rotary Club function, says the symptoms include muscle weakness in the limbs.
It's usually symmetrical, meaning both lower limbs usually, but it can be upper limbs, and progressing centrally. And where it impacts the muscles of the chest, that's when you need to be ventilated because you can't breathe.
Dr. Delahaye says persons may potentially die from Guillain-Barré and about 20% get seriously ill. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health will be continuing its drive to encourage positive behavior change at the community level to foster good health. As part of its Phase 2 response to Zika, the ministry will host another community meeting this Friday. Set to start at 4 p.m., this meeting will be held at the Country Pride Supermarket parking lot in St. Anne. The community intervention, which began in July, is aimed at increasing public education and getting more persons to search for and destroy the Aedes aegypti mosquito breeding sites in and around their homes. The meetings include a panel of technical experts from the Ministry of Health and regional health authorities who will facilitate discussion on Zika-related issues and respond to questions from residents. In light of the potential health risks to newborn babies, special emphasis is being placed on preventing the infection in pregnant women. And finally, Jamaicans continue to celebrate Elaine Thompson's gold medal run in the women's 200-meter finals Wednesday night. The former Manchester High School athlete made history by becoming the first Jamaican woman to win gold in both the 100 and 200 meters at the Olympics, and the first woman to achieve the double in a single Olympic game since 1988. Sport Minister Oliver Grain says the feat has put Thompson among the greats. Minister Grain says credit must also be given to our local coaches, to our athletic system, and to everybody who has played a role in the tremendous success of Elaine and the other Jamaican athletes. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Tamara McHale. Thanks for watching.